You memorize a list of English vocabulary and you feel confident. You know that to go means to travel from one place to another. But then you sit in a Monday morning project meeting. A colleague adds a two-letter preposition after that familiar verb, and suddenly the conversation takes a sharp turn into a topic you didn't prepare for. This compass graphic illustrates the mechanic at play. The word go provides the basic engine of movement, but that added particle acts as the compass dial. It instantly redirects the meaning of your sentence toward a new destination. As this equation graphic shows, it follows a strict linguistic formula. By combining the base verb go with a specific particle, you produce an entirely new concept that often has nothing to do with physical travel. Recognizing these small shifts allows you to express complex ideas with fewer words, making your professional contributions more accurate and easier for your team to follow. We can see this in practice by looking at how we describe challenges. At the first step of this mountain path, we have the deprivation icon for go without. This is used when a team lacks a necessary resource, such as a surveying team forced to go without reliable satellite communications. Moving to the middle step, we find go through, represented by the hardship icon. This describes the process of enduring a difficult period, like an executive board going through a volatile corporate merger. Finally, at the peak, we have the flag icon for go through with. This indicates fulfilling a commitment despite the difficulty, such as a director going through with a controversial public speech. When we move from adversity to action, this signpost graphic helps define our choices. You go in for a competition, like an architecture firm entering a design marathon. Or you go about a task, which describes your methodology, like a preservationist planning how they will go about restoring an antique clock. On the bottom half of the signpost, the language describes specific decisions. You go for a particular brand when making a final selection, and you go off when departing for a specific objective, like a research team heading into the field. Using these specific phrases ensures that your colleagues understand not just that you are taking action, but exactly how you intend to execute it. This timeline graphic illustrates 3 ways we use go on to describe time. The first phase, marked by repeating arrows, indicates persistence without stopping, like a guest lecturer who went on speaking past the scheduled end time. In the middle section, go on represents a state or tradition that exists over a long duration. This applies to local cultural traditions that have gone on for centuries. Finally, the flashing alarm icon represents go on in the present moment. A security director checks the monitors to see what is going on the instant an alarm sounds. For team alignment, these interlocking hexagons show how we observe our environment. The left panel shows go out, used for system failures, like lights in a data center failing during a storm. The bottom panel shows go together, identifying natural pairings, like high humidity and rapid plant growth. The right panel uses puzzle pieces to represent go along with. This is the phrase used to express professional agreement and maintain a unified front with your colleagues. Mastering these phrases allows a team to stay synchronized, ensuring everyone understands the timeline and the status of the systems they rely on. Even with these definitions, English learners encounter a challenge called polysemy. Polysemy is when identical words represent completely different actions depending on the situation. Look at go through in this split screen graphic. On the left, it means enduring an unpleasant trial, like a corporate merger. On the right, it means examining content with meticulous care, like an editor reviewing a manuscript. This matrix organizes the phrases we've learned into a framework of resilience, action, time, and connection. While this matrix provides the definitions, identifying which one a speaker intends requires looking at the words that surround the verb. This analysis graphic shows the process. When we see that a lead editor had to go through a manuscript, the nouns editor and manuscript signal that the speaker is talking about a detailed examination, not a personal hardship. By letting the surrounding syntax guide your interpretation, you can navigate professional conversations with the same confidence as a native speaker.